Okay, what is up, guys? Welcome. Wow, that. Anyways, how you doing? Another morning. Starting to get cold. Experiencing a winter this year. But anyways, anybody who's never been here before, maybe Mark. Every once in a while, I jump online and do a live stream in the morning, basically where I'm kind of talking to myself, kind of not talking whether there's anybody here or not. Kind of talking about whatever's on my mind at the time. A lot of times I feel like conversations happen, but it's always whatever conversation is okay, comfortable for people in a moment. And sometimes I think it's cool to be able to talk about things that you don't necessarily talk about in a group of friends all the time. Just sometimes you might think but comes down to it's kind of like a live journal, which back in the day there was a thing called live journal. What we did was go on that, and there's like a page where you write everything that happened throughout the day, or you write how you're feeling. There's options to pick what song you're listening to, what movie, stuff like that. How you felt, I don't know, it was weird. You just, it was like Facebook or MySpace, but it was the precursor to those. You could pick what song played on your page, you could pick what pictures played, you could tag people in. I don't know if you could tag people. Tagging people wasn't even a thing back then. It wasn't even understood. I don't think people started tagging people until the first thing that people started tagging people with. Maybe MySpace? Maybe Facebook? I don't know. It's weird though. But that's pretty much what this is. It could be random topics, it could be something deep, it could be something not so deep. Like today is just about just learning random things. I'm one of those people who I like to learn random things. I watch random shows, random Discovery Channel stuff. This morning I saw something about black hole space or something like that, and I guess it just made me think about the fact that I don't know, random. I think I got this, like, I was probably early 20s, and I started to realize that random information is actually kind of cool. I started watching stuff like Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, just random things like insects or the water or fucking just random things. I started watching that. I think it started with Planet Earth, honestly. The Discovery Channel series where they go all over the earth showing like water, the deserts, the forests and the jungles and all that shit, going through all of it and kind of saying, hey, look, how this works is how that works, just random things, this is how they work. And I found myself watching that a lot more than I thought I would. I just genuinely enjoyed it. I could sit there for hours and learn about random shit. And I think at face value that kind of seems like meh, whatever, kind of cool, whatever. But for me, it was an opportunity to learn something, almost like a weapon or a tool. So like a carpenter or somebody like that has tools on their belt that they use frequently, so they can just grab it out when the situation arises and use it for whatever it is that they, right? For me, that became my conversation tool, or my how do I relate with people tool. It made it so that my goal was to learn random things not necessarily my goal, but what it ended up being was me learning about random things. And then at any given moment, why is my camera freaking out? At any given moment, being able to pull that out. If somebody's talking about something in space, you know, I could have a relevant, you know, a relevant answer, a relevant response, or maybe input. Oh, my camera's freaking out. I need a new cable. Works now. That fixes it. Scratch myself in my forehead or something. But when it came down to it, I had random things, and a lot of times there's not many conversations, unless we're talking politics, something stupid like that. Not many conversations where I don't have some type of input, you know, where I don't have something where I can maybe add to it. Things like just random stuff. I can't even think of. That's the thing, is when I try to think of all the random things that I know, it's all so random that it only comes back to me when I'm talking about it. When it's on subject. Someone may say something that reminds me of something I heard sometime, and I'm like, but I think I heard of this at some point. And sometimes it's a little weird because I feel like I'm always saying, yeah, I've heard of that, or yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, or I've heard a little bit, or I know a little bit of that. It almost feels like I'm lying some of the times, but genuinely, I've heard of this, or I know this, or I know little pieces at the very least. I don't know. I think it's cool to be able to whip that random knowledge out at any time. I don't think many people care, but I do. I like being able to walk into, you know, most rooms, most spaces, have at least a little bit of input. Still are uncomfortable subjects for politics. Religion isn't so bad. I can talk about religion. That's one of my main deals. I grew up in religion since little. There's certain things I don't have the experience for, but stuff like parenting, but I did work with kids for 6-7 years, so I have a lot of off the ball knowledge on that, or wisdom on that, but it's not necessarily firsthand. It's not parenting, it's children. There's just two different things. Sports. You can't even name the things. I can't even name the things that I know because like I said, they just kind of come up randomly. It's when the camera shakes. See if that eventually. That's annoying. Keep seeing my screen flash, Nick. But anyways, honestly, I find it fun to be able to have those random things to talk about. You find yourself in any room, you can relate to something, or let's say the room is boring, the room is dead, don't know what to do. You know, all this random knowledge and stuff like that can be conversation starters. You don't know everything, you at least bring something up and talk about something random. But I don't know, I find it nice to be able to learn about random things, and knowing those things can almost get you out of uncomfortable positions. You know, maybe you don't know what to talk about, maybe you don't know what to do, but having that random knowledge can maybe give you something where you can relate to someone or start a conversation. You know, it could be quiet. I guess sometimes that could be just weird, you know, sitting there and it's quiet or awkward. Like, did you know black holes can be as small as a quarter? Stuff like that, you know. But it's nice. Me and some friends used to on Discord used to watch this channel Kurzgesagt. I don't know how, it's hard to pronounce it, but we used to watch that. When I still watch it, but that's what I was watching before I hopped on here. Literally just kind of scientific studies, things that are kind of dumbed down to a understandable format and animated to help make it make more sense. Honestly, some of these things at face value seem boring, but when you see what they're actually talking about, it's kind of goes hand in hand with what I was talking about yesterday with social media being distracting, not being much benefit, blah blah blah. It's cool, but no. Because the time that I spend on social media, and those times where I feel bad about what I'm doing, I feel like, hey, at the very least, I could be learning about something random, adding to my brain capacity. But at the end of the day, it is, I don't know, people like watching what they watch, and it's okay to chill. Everything doesn't have top of it, blah blah blah. Also today, I kind of wanted to talk about things that live in your brain, bringing those things to life, or letting it die inside your head. I think people have heard that phrase a lot of times, letting an idea die, and I think a lot of ideas that have dying because of, I don't know, there's times when you want to do something, you think about it, sounds good, it sounds great, and you're excited about it, but there's something about that leap from thought to action, you know what I'm saying? The thought, the gap, I think that's the biggest gap, the biggest leap you have to take, is a leap from thought to action. It's the hardest one to make. My buddy Tyler's talking to me. He just moved to Minnesota. I moved back to Illinois. He moved back to Minnesota. We both moved to Arizona for pretty much. Well, I moved to Arizona to move. He moved to Arizona for motorcycle mechanics. And that's where I met him. Became best friends, and now he's back in Minnesota. So we're back in the same time zone, playing video games and whatnot. Anyways, like I said, the hardest leap is from, you have the most motivation in that moment where you conceptualize a thought. The most exciting or the most motivating moment is when you have that idea, that spark, that original thing that's in your head, and you're like, I can see exactly how this is gonna go. This is how, well, I can see exactly how I want this to go. This would be, if I could do it like this, this person did it like this, but I would love to put mine, you know what I mean? Just have that idea, and maybe it's making something, maybe it's doing something, maybe it's saying something, maybe it's working. There's millions of things that you can have an idea about, and I think you have millions of ideas as the days go on. Those don't ever stop, but it's what carries you from that thought or that idea, that notion. What carries you from that to actually putting it into action? There's not very many vessels that take you from thought to action. Only vessel that carries me most of the time. Motivation, not even obligation, not even necessity, not even those vehicles can really take me from thought to action. Motivation that takes me from there, because even necessity, even what was the other one? Whatever it may be, necessity or whatever it is, but even those vehicles don't move me to action. A lot of times, necessity is counterintuitive. Out of necessity, when I need to go from thought to action, out of necessity, it's more of a turnoff. So that makes it harder for me to do things. I don't like being forced into. And when you tell me I need to do something, I have to do something, it just feels like work. So the only thing that really can take me from thought to action is motivation. And how you get that motivation, where you get that motivation from, hard sometimes. You can't just wait for a taxi and, hey, yo, I need a ride. Most of the time you have to go out there looking for it. You might have to walk down the street a little bit. You might have to hop on an app to call an Uber, whatever it is. You might have to find that motivation yourself. Like every once in a while, motivation drops in your lap, Want a person, place, or a thing, or a state of mind, whatever it may be, that motivation carry you thought to action. So everybody's motivation is different, right? Everybody's sense of motivation, the things that get you going, are different. And I think we all have multiple forms of motivation, And like for me, for instance, with videos, my motivation is, good music or good, maybe having good footage, maybe having a good game, good match where killing it or something like that. My motivation usually for videos or whatever it may be is other cool videos. When I see other people doing something that they think is fun, they think is cool, and they actually complete it, and they have a finished product to show somebody, that's motivation for me. Finding a cool song that I want to use for a video, that's motivation for me. Having a really good game of something and then thinking of all the clips that I could pull from it, that's my motivation. It's not enough all the time, but it is part of my motivation. I think most of the time what separates certain people from the people who eat at stuff is the people who find that motivation and they actually act on it. It's not an easy thing, not an automatic response. It's something that you actually have to do. It's like working a muscle. Tyler's calling me. Hello?
Hello.
What up?
Hello.
I'm live and I'm sitting here. Your speaker's going directly into the microphone.
Good. Baba Booey. I remember what movie that's from.
I know what it is. I don't remember what it's from.
Yeah. What the fuck? Who's letting the dogs out?
You.
I'm gonna try and steal the TV away from these kids for a little while.
Video games?
Yeah. Shadow! I'm pissing on my smoker! Fucker. Get over here!
Don't add some flavor.
I don't want urine flavor.
Smoke a smoke. Trying to play.
Gates.
What? You trying to play right now or what?
Cigarette, I'm giving another minute to shower. window in our shower and she's got it open. It's A's.
It's that low of a window? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck? How is there a window? I've seen windows in bathrooms, but it's like not titty level. It's fucking neck level.
Oh yeah.
It's 6'3" black man neck level, not fucking 5 foot flat titty level. Jesus Christ. That's dangerous. I just hung up on you.
Shit is. Like if I walk up to the house, I am eye level with.
I got curtains in that bitch.
Shade, but down in your shower, like.
See. Oh man.
Water, rotten egg. Not used to that shit.
Oh God, like sulfur.
Yeah, the iron content's really high up here.
Well,
Like, that was real.
yeah. So you gotta let it out. Gonna be motherfuckers taking a gander. Well, I guess you got nobody to fuck around you except for those motherfuckers coming down the street from the bar.
The driveway. No one ever. Like 2 cars go down it.
Hey, you want to go down the street for lunch? There's this girl. She takes a shower with the window open and everything.
Like you might make a driver room. That's about it.
All right, I'm gonna talk to myself for like 10 more minutes. Let me know when you're ready. All right.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Bye.
That's right.
That's Tyler. Anyways, it's talking about motivation. I guess they always end up back on that subject. I think that's what a lot of times, whether you're in a bad place or a good place, neutral place, most of the time to get to the next place or to take the next step, it takes motivation. That's like the first step that for almost any. Whether that motivation is good or bad, it makes no difference. Motivation has to be. Sometimes the motivation is not getting in trouble. Sometimes the motivation is not losing your job. Sometimes the motivation is getting a new job. So, house. Or the motivation is completing a project that you started. The finished product of that. But it's your motivation doesn't fall in your lap. You have to seek it out. You have to find it. Sometimes it isn't just automatically supplied when you have to. Okay, where am I going to look? Sometimes I might turn on videos. I want to make a video. I have done very little of in the past, few. Watching what'll bring me back to making videos is watching someone else. Someone else make a video that I like using a song that I really those are the kinds of things that make me move. So sometimes I have to remind myself, and that's what this live stream kind of is a reminder that sometimes I have to create my own motivation, my reason things. I get in seasons where I don't want to do anything. Sometimes there's seasons where I want to do everything. Sometimes I want to do much. Right now is not one of those times at all. It's the opposite right now. I don't like doing much, but I'm coming to a point, a seasonal change. Sometimes it's good to recognize what season you're in. I think that's important. Self-awareness of where you're at, the current time, because if you need to make an adjustment, you can, because a lot of times people just go through the season of life not knowing where they're at. They just go through emotions. And I think it's better to analyze to know where you're actually at. I'm at this time, I think I'm in a place of kind of like a transition where I'm not doing much. I'm not very motivated to do much, but I'm getting frustrated with the not much. Getting frustrated with just watching something and not doing it. Getting frustrated with laziness. I want to produce something. I want progress. That's usually the start of my motivation to do things. Getting tired of not doing things. So when that happens, I try to take advantage of it. For me, I found a song yesterday that I've heard the song a few times, but I hear a song in a certain environment and it just becomes a song for that environment. And when I decide to take that song out of that environment and bring it into my own, sometimes it's so much better. I like a hype song, and that gets me, whereas I'm like, man, I can see like the beats, boom, 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 and I can see myself shooting people, jumping off of walls, blah, 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 in a video game or something. That's what I found recently. That's what I found yesterday. Talking about space to nothing. This time slot is definitely a lot more dead than my earlier time slot, so stay away from 10 to 4 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. right before 10 or after 4. But anyways, I'm gonna do this as often as I can. Get off here because it actually helps me, whether I'm talking to anybody or not. It helps me. At the end of the day, journal helps me. Be unraveled. Unravel the it's not. I don't know what the hell. Anyways, I am live on the end. Play some game. Tyler. Pickering. Whatever, man. I don't got the time to care about it right now. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna do for today. Find whatever you need to find to get yourself to move. If you want to make something, find something that it makes it cool enough that you want to do it. Do some type of work. Think about what you could do afterward, about the result of that. Sometimes my motivation is getting it over. A lot of times that's what my motivation is, getting it over. I think there's a lot of people, there's always a lot of people like, I want to do that, I want to stream, I want to make videos. It stays right there. It stays at that as a want. It stays at thought, or sometimes it turns, but sometimes it just dies. Sometimes it's like I have a lot of dead ideas, but a lot of times I'll come back around to those ideas when not. I have a little bit of patience and I'll revive those. As an example, I have had an idea of a vlog or a vlog style, video style for years. I can genuinely years. Or a format years. And I haven't done it. I've made attempts at it maybe once or twice, but in the midst of me trying new things, figuring things out, trying to figure out what I'm doing, audio is cutting out. New things, figuring things out, trying to figure out what I'm doing. Audio is cutting out. Very many vessels that take you from thought to action. Only vessel that carries me most of the time, motivation. Not even, it's true. obligation. That's hopefully that changes it. I don't know if that's gonna make it any better, but maybe that's what my issue has been all day, all morning, is just, I don't know, man. It's my mic is acting a little weird. It does this sometimes. I don't get it. What's up, Nope? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It is weird. I can see the audio levels going up and down and not catching some of my words. I don't know, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes there's issues, but it's like, you know, whatever. Does it sound any better? Nope. And hello, by the way. It's working normal now, I think. Cool. Well, thanks for letting me know. I've been live for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. So I've been doing that. It's been like that for like 30 minutes, I guess. But whatever, I've been talking. Like I said, sometimes you gotta do things even though it doesn't seem like it's, I don't know, sometimes you gotta do it just to do it. If I stopped streaming because there was no one here, then how would anybody start watching? You know what I mean? But anyways, I am leaving now. I'm not leaving completely. I'm going to go live on my other channel, play some video games. You guys missed it, go back, watch some of it, see what's up. Or what I have been doing, and I'll try to put the link in the description, is I did yesterday, I started this yesterday, where I made a TLDR version on TikTok where it's a minute long and I just say, hey, this is what I talked about, blah blah blah, a short version of it. So if you happen to miss the stream and you want to go back and you want to go check out what happened without watching the whole thing, that's going to be available, and I'm going to start linking that, linking my channel, the TikTok, to the stream, so that way, you know, someone might want to go, hey, I don't want to watch the whole thing, but I want to see what was talked about, maybe comment on it real quick. You guys can go chill with me over there. But anyways, I've been going for a minute. Let's see, 10:34, 11:34, yeah, almost exactly 30 minutes. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I think I start work at 12 tomorrow, so I should be able to, you know, go live 8 a.m. maybe, or something like that. But my camera is pissing me off right now. All this whole setup is making me angry. I gotta address this and see what's going on. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. I will see you later. Yeah, come back again tomorrow. Peace.